So, guys, if you are a new subscriber, please, this story is a true life story about me and my wife. And if you are just joining this channel, please just do me a favor and subscribe, because this story is a story that can help anybody. So, as you guys know, that 3 days after I met my wife, I took her to Newi, and after my uncle, my brother, my boss, in short, after all my family members accepted her, so we went back to hotel. Then I told her, you know what, I'm going back to Lagos tomorrow morning, so and I want you to go with me. So Jenny said, okay, if you want me to go with you, then you have to put a call to my elder sister. Don't forget that her dad was sick, very sick, and her mom was trying to take care of her dad. So she said it's either I call her senior sister or her senior brother. So I choose to call her senior sister. I said, okay, no problem. So I called her senior sister. I told her that I'm with Jenny, because they already know that she came with me to One, because she told them already. So I said to her, I want to go with Jenny to Lagos, and she will come back after 1 week, because I'm going back in the next 1 week. Then she said, okay, no problem. So the next morning, both of us left to Lagos. So when we got to Lagos, in all these things that is happening, Jenny always tell me, I love you, but I never reply. And the reason why I don't reply is because I just want to know her reaction. I just want to know her. I want to know how she reacts when she does not get what she wants. How does she react? And also want to know her bad side, her weak side. So I'm trying to learn her, somebody that I just saw 2 days ago, she's already like she's my wife. So that was also a challenge for her, because she doesn't understand why she will be telling me I love you. All I can say is thank you. You can imagine you are saying to somebody I love you, instead of him replying I love you too, even though that I'm showing her everything that I love her. So we stay in Lagos the first day, the second day, fourth day, fifth day. 2 days for me to move back to Austria. It's time for me to engage her. Some people will think that what I'm saying does not really happen. But, my God, of course, sometimes when things, they say the way of God is not the way of man. So sometimes when things happen, there are things that will happen and nobody will believe you unless people who understand it, or people who see it, or people who witness it. Those are the people that will tell you, yeah, this is how it happened. But this thing is only my family members that can testify. And also my friends abroad, because my friends abroad, there are people who are with me the day I saw Jenny. And there are people who, and when I came back to Austria, they were like, are you crazy? Are you mad? So now, after that, so 2 days before I moved back to Austria, so I brought my chain. I have a chain, a gold chain that I bought. So I think I bought that chain around 2007. So, but it was gold chain. So, I bought that when there is small money that came to my hand, then I use it and buy it. So this is like my heaven and earth. So I pull it off. I pulled the chain from my neck, and then I put it on her. She was just looking at me. She don't know what I was doing. So I wore her the chain, and then I said to her, I love you. She looked at me. This is something that she's praying for me to say. So when she looked at me, then I said to her, I don't have a ring. I don't want to do what other people are doing, because for me, what we are doing is totally different from what people are doing. How we know each other, how we met, how things went, it's not regular thing. So I don't want to engage you with the ring. I want to engage you with this special necklace that I have, that I never knew that I would ever give it to somebody else. So I'm engaging you right now, and I have to be honest to you that as soon as I go back to Europe, we will start preparing for traditional wedding. She couldn't believe it. She was like, what? Jenny was like, what? So she stood up, So we kissed. I think we kissed for 30 minutes non-stop. So after that passionate kiss, my wife did something that still up to today. That's why I said, if you are lucky to have a woman like my wife, you don't know what God has done for you. And also, you have to also understand that any good thing that is coming your way, devil must surely want to drag it with you. It's left for you to fight for that thing. There are so many challenges ahead before I eventually marry Jenny. And I will take you guys one after the other of all those challenges. Now, she did something that make me to her. I was very, very shocked because it shows me that I'm in the right place. So she brought her phone. She took the SIM card out. She said to me, I have already made commitment. Don't forget, my wife, she was dancing and also acting. Was then into Nollywood acting. Yeah? So, she was acting then with Chizzy, Alichi, what's her name? Nkoliwan Soka. She has also a movie that she acts with Mercy Johnson, Jim Ike. In short, a lot of them. So then she was still into movie acting. So she brought the SIM card. So she looked at me. She said to me, from the first day I saw you already, I knew it. You are my husband. I have a commitment that I made to my God, that any day he showed me my man, I will stop acting. Then I was like this. I look at her. I said, why? I did not say you should stop. I never said anything about that. She said, no, that this is her commitment with God. You know what my wife did? She broke the SIM card. I said to her, Jenny, we never discussed about this. And I never asked you to stop. I knew this is what you are doing. We didn't even have it in our conversation. I even told my uncle, my brother, that she's into acting, and nobody said anything about it. So why will you do that? She said, this is her commitment to God. She told me the reason why she broke the SIM card is because friends, boyfriend, directors, producers, that, oh, come and shoot, come and do this. Friends, old friends, that she want to build her family. That's what she told me. Brother, sometimes people don't understand when I say, who's ever find wife, find good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. My DOP, who is now recording this, my DOP, who is recording this video, who is behind this camera, he told me once that, Oga, you are supposed to, what did you say, bro? What did you say?
That is supposed to make you the ambassador of this verse of Bible.
My DOP said, Oga, because this is my quotation. Anytime I'm saying my story, I always use, who's ever find wife, find good thing, and obtain favor from the Lord. People don't know why I'm saying it. He said that this version, my DOP, who is behind the camera, said, Oga, I think they need to make you ambassador of this verse of the Bible. But people don't know why I'm saying it. You can understand now. So, after that, we kiss. I think we kissed for more than 30 minutes non-stop. And we went out to go and, eat something. So the next day, we went to Ekene Chuku Park because I was afraid her going with this minibus because I'm too afraid of that minibus. And I'm also afraid of flying because those days I don't fly in Nigeria. So I said what I was using that time was Ekene Chuku bus, luxury. So I took her to Ekene Chuku Park, I paid for the whatever, and we waited until when the bus was ready to move. We wave. You can imagine that now we wave endlessly. In short, we wave non-stop. And she moved. So I went back to my hotel. The next day, I moved back to Austria. So when I moved to Austria, that is when the challenge starts. Don't forget that I flew in from London. Now I'm moving back. I went to Austria because Austria is where I live. So London is normally I go to London, stay there like 3, 5, 6 months. Then I go back to Austria and then come back to London. So because I have a son who's European Union, so it gives me that right to even work in London or also live in London. So I moved to Austria. So when I got to Austria, everybody that is watching this knows that in Austria, the moment you live 1 month or 1.5 months, if you come back, you will see your post full with post letters. So one of the letters was a divorce letter. My ex-wife sent me a divorce letter. And her reason was that I refused to come back to Austria because then I was staying more in London. So whenever she's there, I said, no, I don't want to stay in Austria. I was always staying in UK then. So she tried to bring me back. I said, no, I don't really want to go back to Austria. So she set a divorce. I said, okay. So we went to court and got divorced. So then already, I was already in touch with my wife. Now, another challenge come. So why I was constantly in touch with Jenny here in Nigeria, every night, every morning, every afternoon, even though those days there is no WhatsApp, there's no video calling. You guys know, no video calling that time. So I was calling from my direct phone, but we use this, what they call calling card those days. So no video calling. You can understand how difficult it was for us then. So, and one day, the devil struck. A lot of people want to hear this version. What happened that I said that 99% of men will never go ahead with that marriage. So devil struck. Now, while I was doing all those things with my wife was also communicating to her best friend what was going on. The best friend was seeing what is going on. Sometimes I bought new, those days I bought new, tablet. I send it to my wife, every phone, send it to my wife. I was always on phone. My wife, any time she need money, I send money. It doesn't, I was alone. I don't have nothing. So she is the person that I have. So I was doing all those things. So her girlfriend now felt that, that jealousy stuff enter. So that's why sometimes when good things are coming your way and you feel like, no, this is your best friend, I need to open to him or her. Believe me, majority of these people are destroyer. They said the enemy within is more dangerous than enemy outside, because enemy outside will, he has to work enough. He has to work so hard for him to penetrate. But enemy within will be working with you inside. You'll be telling him information that he's using against you. So her girlfriend started feeling that jealous. So what she did one day was, she went into Jenny's phone and took my number. So she called me one day. God, I said, this story, 99% of men, 99.9% of men will not go ahead with this wedding. But being that God is with me, and also being that this marriage is ordained by God, that is the only reason why this marriage went through. So she called me and she said to me, When she called, I said, who is this? So she said, she's so person. I said, so person, who? I don't know you. She said, Jenny, best friend. I said, wow. How are you doing, innocent me? How are you doing? You know, I didn't even ask how did she manage to get my number, because of course she lives with Jenny. Jenny is always with her, you know, so getting my number is not a problem. Maybe Jenny gave her my number, so she just wants to say hi. So she said to me, I have to be honest with you. I see how serious you are getting with Jenny. I see all the things that you are doing, and you are spending your time on her. But I think if I don't say this, then I'm not doing you favor. So I said to her, what is that thing that you want to tell me? She said, it's not like she just wants to gossip, yeah, you know, or she just wants to, you know, talk bad about her friend. After all, I'm supposed to know that she's her best friend. But the problem is that her conscience is, you know, hitting her enough that she just wants to say this. Now, every time, whenever I call Jenny and we are talking, you know, she felt like, no, this is not good. Wow. Oh, gosh. I said to myself, devil has come. God, why? So as she was saying those things, I was working that day, because then I was working in a bakery. So I said, you know what, I'm working now. Maybe if you call me back later in the night, I will close by 10 in the night. She said, okay. So she off. So I sat down. I was thinking a lot. She never said anything, but already my mind was telling me so many things. Oh, God. But what I said was, I said to myself, Nigerian ladies can never be trusted. Sure, that day, I did not get myself all through until I finished work around 10. She called me immediately because I closed work 10 o'clock sharp. She called me 10 o'clock sharp. So I said, can you call me back in 10 minutes because I'm trying to change my clothes. So she called me. So after changing my clothes, you know, from my wardrobe, then get down. Before I can go out from the gate, she called me back. So I said, okay, so what is it? So she said, she just wants me to know that Jenny is not a good person. So she don't know how to tell me. She just wants to be honest with me that Jenny is not the right woman for me to marry. I said, okay. So I cut the phone. So when after cutting the phone, normally anytime I finish work, I call Jenny. So, but this time around, I did not call her. So Jenny was worried. She called me. Because normally if I finish work, I call her, then we start talking till I get home. So this one I did not call her. So she called. The phone rang, I did not pick. She called again. She called more than 10 times and short, I did not pick. So while I was working, while I was going home, because I was inside train, say something tell me, call her. This girl will be feeling maybe something happened to you, because she knows the time I always close. And why she waited for me to call, I did not call. Now she's calling, so call her. So I call her back. And she said, what happened? I said, I just finished now. So I'm on my way already going back home, but I'm very, very tired. She said, so sorry, blah, blah, blah. So I told her, please, can I call you back when I get home? Because I'm tired. She said, okay. So she said, okay. So I called. So I was still thinking about that thing. So when I got home, I called her. So we talked. I never showed her anything, and I did not tell her what happened. So the next day, this young lady also called me again. She said, okay, you did not believe what I said, so I want to show you something. This weekend, Jenny is going somewhere. I will call you when we get there. Wow. I said, God, what is going on? So that was, I think that was around Thursday. So she said that weekend, which is Saturday, she said on Saturday that Jenny is going somewhere. I said to her, please, can you tell me what is going on? She said, no, she will call me because no matter what she said, that I don't want to believe her. So I should wait for that day. I said, okay, no problem. So you can imagine the kind of situation that I was then, and also still hide my feeling, talk to Jenny. Of course, she found out that something is going on, that the way I'm sounding, the way I'm, because you cannot hide it. I cannot hide it. But all I said was I will keep talking to her because I don't want her to feel bad. Now, this thing is coming from somebody else, third party, her best friend. So inside everything that is happening, I was like, what is this girl benefit? What is her benefit on what she's doing? But I still want to understand where she's going because I was still in the process of learning who Jenny is. So that Saturday, Friday, so she called me and said to me that Saturday, that tomorrow, that please I should make sure that my phone is reachable around 6 o'clock in the evening, that she will call me because she wants me to see by myself. If she call me, I should ask Jenny where she is. That before I should ask Jenny, that she will tell me where Jenny is, and then when she lie, then tell her this is this place, so that you know the kind of person you are dealing with. Hey, God of mercy, brother, this is the worst thing that ever happened to me. That Friday, I could not sleep. And also, I have to hide that feeling to also speak to Jenny. I have to pretend that everything is good to speak to Jenny. That Friday, we spoke well. In the morning, Saturday, the D-Day, I called Jenny. So we were speaking, and she said to me that she's going somewhere. I said, where are you going? This story will continue in the next episode. Whew. Guys, the truth is, if something good is coming your way, devil will surely fight you. This story that I'm sharing here is for people who are married, who are not married, who are planning to get married. This is a very big lesson for everybody. Because if not for the special grace of God, if not because of how I handle this, today, Jenny will not be my wife. But as I said, this story will continue in the next episode. I'm here to share my true life story so that people will learn from it. It doesn't matter if it favors one person. For me, if my story can change one person's life, because there are so many people who are going through this story right now. There are so many women who confide, who believe in their best friend, and they are telling their best friend everything that is happening in their life without knowing that person that you call your best friend, many of them are your enemy in disguise. So all you have to do is, if you are new on this channel, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that anytime I drop the next episode, you'll be the next to be notified. So guys, follow this channel, Ugo Eaglet and Jenny Slimzy TV. Ugo Eaglet and Jenny Slimzy TV on YouTube. At least my story will change someone's life. Thank you guys. I remain blessed.